I'm gonna tear your playhouse down. Room by room.
Welcome back to Hawksby and Jacobs. I'm Johnny Vaughan, in for Hawksby. Jacobs is here, Kevin Day is here. We were just talking about names of football clubs that sound like quite sort of niche, weird activities. We've decided.
You say we were talking. Two out of three of us were talking about it. One in the middle was looking slightly.
I think what kicked us off was what was it?
That was you, Group D action. As you
yes,
Group D
just the way he said it. He said we'll be checking out plenty of Group D action. And for me, it sounded like, what did you do over the weekend, Kev? We invited a few couples round to the house for a bit of the old Group D action.
I like a bit of Group D action.
I do believe you. Please don't join in.
Don't join in. You're going to be his carer.
I do believe dignified silence was the best approach when Johnny's involved.
Okay, nice.
I do believe you interviewed Alan Pardew.
I did. Funny, I don't know where you got that information from.
Why do you think that's going to be interesting? Go on.
I did interview Alan Pardew. Because I mentioned it last time that I was about to do it, and he's the most. And I say this in front of Johnny Vaughan. He's probably the most alpha male man I've ever met in my life, Alan Pardew.
I'd like to meet him.
Seriously, if you ever meet Alan Pardew, could you give the rest of us 2 weeks' notice so we can clear the centre of London, come back in when it's over?
You're very pathetic.
28 days later.
You're pathetic, Cav. You've always been pathetic.
Stair lift. Yeah. Well, Alan Pardew, he very funny because he totally misunderstood for comedy. He doubled it back on me. So I said, don't answer the first question. Whatever you do, the first question is just to relax the audience. Yeah. It's for a laugh, it's a joke, you don't have to answer.
Was it a kind of live?
It was a Player of the Year, do Scott Dan, congratulations. There's 2,000 Palace fans in the, as you would call it, a shabby, dilapidated first-class theatre.
Yeah.
So my first question, I'd just like to relax you.
Shabatat.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Alan, how much do you hate Geordies? I thought it was a funny little question. Obviously.
Is that you asked him?
Yeah. Little
feed.
He then spent the next 10 minutes insisting that I call him Mr. Pardew and calling me Tubby.
Did he?
Yeah, which is very, very funny. He got his own back. And my favourite bit is that recruitment for next season, what we're looking for. He said, simple, better looking players.
Better looking.
He said, we need 4 or 5 better looking players. The beards need to go. We need some better looking players here. That's all I'm saying. You can work it out on the basis of that.
It's very old school. When you meet very old school people, that they're not frightened, particularly out the East End or Aristos, curiously,
or Wimbledon,
or to go if they'll go. No, I knew he was a good looking boy. Like his old man, he was a good looking boy. And they don't mind. He was a very good look, very handsome man. All of them were. His father was a very good looking man.
Well, also, I met Dave Madden, Palace legend, who was the best looking footballer in the history of the world.
Who?
Dave Madden.
Well,
1989, scored a penalty in the playoff final, did the best celebration ever, run it back. But him and Pardew were out. And as Dave Madden said, I was, even in the two midfield, Pardew wasn't the best player.
I go with Kevin, with Keith Allen on this.
Keith Allen, yeah.
The sexiest football's got, as he once said on a Shida with him, he said that he reckoned little Kevin Keegan, when he was shaking that little perm, warming up for England in the little Admiral shorts.
In the shower, and he knew he smelled of brute as well.
Why was he in Henry Cooper's bathroom? It was never made clear why Kev emerged from out the steam. We understood Kevin. Henry was splashing it all over, and suddenly little Kev was there. You're thinking, what is he like? He's sort of. What's the deal? Is he like his punk?
Also, I heard 2 ex-players recently having a massive argument about which of them had the tap end in the bath.
Really?
The Liverpool's training ground 20 years ago. So imagine Henry Cooper and Kevin Keegan arguing about which of them are getting the tap end.
I know who's getting the tap end. Again, we're back to that, aren't we?
No, you are, Johnny.
Sorry. No, you sorted it. Peter Marinello was a good-looking boy.
He was a good-looking lad, yeah, but he sort of suffered for being that sort of George Best, Willie Morgan type period, didn't he?
Yeah.
David Hopkins.
David Hopkins? Look at the curl one.
It's a bit obscure.
Which again, if you look at it, it's not obscure. He scored a winning goal for Palace in the playoff.
He did actually.
But also, I'm just worried that you would know the famous commentary, David Hopkins looking to curl one, because I thought that would have you exploding with excitement.
No, because it's too direct. It's too Route 1, like Palace. Can I say, we're looking for armchair warriors today, people who really put the time in over the weekend watching television, indeed really are your curtains drawn, sit down, people who don't leave the house and really enjoy their sport. My friend Jim, a while ago, he had a weekend watching the Open, I think it was the weekend there was the Open, the Tour de France, and the Ashes, I think, were on at the same time. And he had a 3-screen deal going, including his iPad propped up with the Tour de France. And he actually came up the line, he was going, which is, I spoke about a while ago. Jim is the ultimate armchair warrior. But he did say, he said he's had a very good afternoon. I watched all three, had them all going on there, because he actually talks a bit like a sports commentator. You watch his so much sport. He's developed that sort of weird sibilance, tends to go with it. Sport. And he's gone, yeah, I need to enjoy the scenery. Yeah. And I was thinking, no, but I actually said to him, I said, Jim, it's not an admission, just because you enjoy scenery, it's not a mark of anything. I said, and then I suddenly thought, actually, if you just watch the Tour de France for the lycra buttocks,
that would be.
wouldn't be. I wouldn't be, but it'd be the scenery is distinctly better than just looking at lycra.
Did he just say lycra buttocks?
He did say lycra buttocks. Yeah, we're trying to let him. Is
that a banned phrase?
It's the only reason.
Or does that set you off? Lycra buttocks.
It's his safe word. It's the only reason I watch golf. The only reason I watch golf is for the view. I love the golf. I'll happily watch golf for the view.
It's the best. It's the best sport in 3D golf.
And to see Tiger Woods disappointed.
The 3D sport has died away, hasn't it?
It really has. Yeah.
Nothing's on 3D.
The loveliest bit of TV action was Frankie Dettori's face just after he won the Derby. It was perfect. 5 minutes after he won the Derby, when he was reminded that he was riding in the 7:30 at Lingfield that night, which clearly he had forgotten about, and he had that look on his face where I'm not, and then he had a look on his face where. No, my agent would have got me out of that. I'm pretty sure my agent would have got me. And he won. He won.
I know, it was incredible.
It's a lovely story. And also,
jockeys are grafters, aren't they? They really.
Do you know what I like about
hard men?
Jockeys, they're like little human stock cubes. Because you've got all the normal sized passion, normal sized energy, squashed into a little thing. They're always.
That's that one.
See, I like that, isn't it?
It's gone well, that one.
You can never tell, can you?
You can't really. I quite liked it.
Yeah.
Like human stock cubes.
Can we take a moment to talk amongst ourselves?
You put them in hot water, those things you put them in hot water, they'll get bigger.
It's bad, they're all intense, concentrated.
It's like they've been reduced in a pan. What you're left is essence of real human.
I also like Tiger Woods getting at 85 as well.
Kev,
incredible,
beautiful.
I like the fact as well, my mate said to me, it's 8 balls. Quite a nice observation.
Thank you.
And then back in the room.
Listen,
back in the room. I just stop you laughing somehow.
You know, so Kev, that's one of the funniest things I've heard this afternoon.
And you're not a laugher.
Well, I'm not a laugher, no. Okay, it's 1:42 right here on talkSPORT. I was just talking about Armchair Warriors, in which brought up the subject of my friend Jim. Just had a lovely text in saying I'd like to nominate myself as the ultimate Armchair Warrior this weekend. I managed to watch the Derby, the Champions League final, the Ireland-England pub team international, and Bradley Wiggins' our world record. I managed to get out of fitting our new kitchen by leaving my tools accidentally at work on Friday.
That's good.
I also managed to get the wife to go to the bookies for me and do my place spots on all Saturdays and Sundays race meetings as our internet went down for an hour on Saturday morning. I couldn't go because I had to get my hair cut. I got 3 place spots came in. I won 200 quid. I won 100 quid on the Derby. Bonus. I now have a quandary. Do I tell my good lady wife about my betting windfall, which she paid for at the bookies? I left the sofa at 10 on Sunday evening, £300 richer, with probably the best haircut I've ever had. That's Dave, a Carlisle fan in Norwich. Dave, Johnny Vaughan in for Hawksby on Hawksby and Jacobs salutes you, as indeed to Kevin Day and Jacobs himself. They're saluting now.
I'm saluting, absolutely. The moral dilemma is only, and hats off as well for explaining to a non-gambler how to put a tote play spot on. Normally, you'd be better off going down and doing it yourself.
The producer said to me, I must thank you for coming in, because he knows Johnny might not.
No, he would thank me. I know. The look on his face is thanks enough.
I'm
just to see him out.
Wait a second. I'm TV's Mr. TV. I'm radio's Mr. Radio. Don't worry about me. Text us in 81089 81089.
I don't know.
81089, or with any of your tales.
I think we're both going.
Armchair Warrior, and also Twitter at TSHandJ. Handj.
No.
TS Hand
J. Not, is it?
No. It's TS Handj.
Oh, all right.
Oh, sorry, H and J. Sorry, I thought it was Handj. But it's easier to remember if it's.
Well, that's very true.
Okay, TS Handj. So give us so do Twitter us, give us a hand, Jay, and 81089 with any of your tales of being an armchair warrior. It's 1:44. Kev, you going to stay for the whole hour? Why not?
I thought I'd just been dismissed and thanked. That's why.
Why have you?
I don't know.
Have a look at the running order.
No, he hasn't got the power.
I know.
We've got a grand poll coming up.
We've got a grand poll coming up. Listen, Kevin, if you don't come, I think you might well be coming back. But Kev, it's really nice to see you again. I've been interviewing you now for 25 years, and that didn't begin today. Back in 1 second.
Gonna tell